Hello everyone, my name is Anjali Vishwakarma. I'm professor of SIRT Bhopal. In my last PPT, I discussed about the operating system, introduction of operating system, definition of operating system. So this is the definition of operating system, and I discussed about the components of operating system. So there are the four different type of components of operating system, that is hardware, operating system, application, program, and user. Then I discussed the hardwares, the application, program, and then I discussed the purpose and objective of operating system. These are the important functions of operating system that I discussed in my last PPT. So they are the different type of functions of operating system, and then I discuss about the different types of services and functions provided by operating system. So operating system provide the different types of functionalities and services. So that was my last lecture. Today I will discuss about the types of operating system. So we use different types of operating system. So this is a batch operating system, time sharing operating system, distributed operating system, network operating system, and real time operating system. So there are the different types of category of operating system, and I will discuss about one by one. Firstly, I will start from the batch operating system. This batch operating system used in a past time. Here we use a punch card for the input purpose, and we use a batch. A user of a batch operating system do not interact with the computer directly. Each user prepare his job on an offline device like punch cards and submit it to the computer operator. To speed up processing, jobs with similar needs are batched together and run as a group. The programmers leave their program with the operator, and operator then sort the program with similar requirements into batches. So in batch operating system, similar types of jobs are grouped together and become a batch, and this batch is given to the computer operator. The computer operator performs the operation and given back to the user. So that was the batch operating system, in which we have to hire operating computer operator, and here we use punch card for the input purpose. So there are the different types of problem attached with the batch operating system, or we can say these are the disadvantages attached with the batch operating system. So these are lack of interaction between the user and a job, because we have to hire a computer operator, and CPU is often idle because the speed of mechanical input output devices is slower than the CPU. So that time we used a punch card for the input purpose, and that is very slow. Difficulty to provide desired priority. So these are the problem attached with a batch operating system, and batch operating system looks like this is a diagram of batch operating system, in which there are the different types of user and job with the similar type are batched together and become a batch, and this batch is given to the computer operator for the processing. Now time sharing operating system. The next operating system is the time sharing operating system. In the time sharing is a technique which enable many people located at various terminals to use a particular computer at the same time. It means different types of computer attached are in different terminals, and these computer used a single processor for processing. The time sharing or multitasking is a logical extension of multi-programming. Processor time which is shared among multiple users simultaneous time sharing, because at the same time different types of computer use a same CPU, so that it is called the time sharing operating system. So this is the time sharing operating system, in which a single CPU is used by different types of user at the same time. That's why it's called time sharing operating system. So they are the different type of advantages of time sharing operating system, like avoid duplication of software, reduces CPU idle time. Now there are the different type of disadvantages of time sharing operating system, and these are problem of reliability, question of security and integrity of user program and data, problem of data communication. Now distributed operating system. So next operating system is distributed operating system. So distributed operating system use multiple central processor to serve multiple real-time application and multiple user. Data processing jobs are distributed among the processor accordingly. The process communicate with one another through communication line, and for the communication purpose we use two types of line, that is buses and telephone lines. These are referred as loosely coupled system, or we can say distributed system is also called loosely coupled system. Processor in a distributed system may vary in size and function. These processors are referred as sites, nodes, computer, and so on. So this is the distributed operating system. There are different type of advantages of distributed system that are with resource sharing facility. A user at one side may be able to use the resources available in another side, speed up the exchange of data with one another via electronic mail, because we are use a electric device or telephone line for the exchange of data. If one side fails in distributed system, the remaining sides can potentially continue operating. Better services to the customer, reduction of the load on the host computer. So these are the advantages of operating system, and this is the diagram of distributed operating system. So there is a communication network. Over here we use a communication line, that is bus or telephone line. By this communication line, terminal, DB server, computer node, workstation, file server, and workstation are connected. So this is what the distributed operating system. Now the next operating system is network operating system. A network operating system runs on a server and provides the server to the capability to manage data, user, group, security, application, and another types of services over a network. The primary purpose of network operating system is to allow shared files, printer, access among multiple computers in a network, typically a local area network, a private network, or other network. So network operating system provide a facility to share resources and another type of application on a network. So there are the different types of example of network operating system include Microsoft Windows Server 2003, Microsoft Windows Server 2008, Linux, Unix, Mac OS X, Novell, NetWare, and BSD. So these are the example of network operating system. So different types of advantages provided by network operating system. These are centralized servers are highly stable, security, server managed, upgrade to a new technology, and hardware can be easily integrated into the system. Remote access to a server is possible from the different location and types of systems. So these are the advantages of network operating system. Now these are the disadvantages of network operating system, like high cost of buying and running a server, dependency on central location for most operation, regular maintenance and updation are required. So these are the disadvantages of network operating system. Now this is the diagram of network operating system, in which there are different types of agents that are connected to the server to provide resources facilities. Now real-time operating system. So a real-time operating system is defined as a data processing system in which the time interval required to process and respond to input so small that it controls the environment, the time taken by the system to respond to an input and display for required updated information in terms of response time. So in this method, the response time is very less as compared to online processing. So this is the real-time application or real-time operating system in which there is a user, application, program, and hardware that are connected to the real-time operating system. Now the real-time operating system are used when there are the rigid time requirement no operation of a processor or a flow of data, and real-time system can be used as a control device in a dedicated application. A real-time operating system must have well-defined fixed time constraint, otherwise the system will fail. For example, scientific experiment, medical imaging system, industrial control system, weapons, robots, traffic control system. So these are the examples of the real-time operating system. We can classify real-time operating system in two types, that is hard real-time system and soft real-time system. In hard real-time system guarantee that the critical task completed on a time. In hard real-time system, secondary storage is limited for missing and the data is stored in ROM. This system, a virtual memory, is almost never found. So in hard real-time operating system, these operating systems guarantee that the critical task be completed within a certain period of time. For example, a robot is hired to weld a car body. If robot welds too early or too late, the car cannot be sold. So it is hard real-time system that require to complete car welding by robot directly on a time. Now soft real-time system. This operating system provides relaxation in time limit, for example multimedia, digital audio system, etc. Soft real-time system are less restrictive. A critical real-time task get priority over other tasks and retains the priority until it completes. Soft real-time system have limited utility than hard real-time system. For example, multimedia, virtual reality, advanced scientific projects like undersea exploration and planetary robots. So these are the example of soft real-time operating system. So in my today's PPT, I discuss about the type of operating systems. So there are different types of operating system like batch operating system, time sharing operating system, network operating system, distributed operating system, and real-time operating system. So these are the types of operating system. So thank you.